Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. For those that are joining us for the first time, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for being a part of this community. So my name is Emanuela Lumene, and on this platform, I take time to share knowledge that is going to help you discover yourself, discover your purpose, discover your hidden abilities and potentials by looking within yourself, as well as discover your talents, your dreams, your vision, as well as share principles that are going to help you become the best version of yourself. Principles that you can start acting on that will help you in your self-discovery journey. That is going to help you develop yourself to become a creator of the life of abundance that God has designed for you. I'm a firm believer that it is God's desire for each and every one of us to become to live a life of abundance. However, He has given us all the responsibility to become creators of that life of abundance. That means that it is not all up to God for you to be all that He has proposed you to be. You have a responsibility to play, and God desires that we will prosper in all things. So his focus is not just on you prospering in your spiritual life, but that you prosper in your mindset, you prosper in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in your academics, in your relationships, in your friendship. You're supposed to experience prosperity and abundance in totality. That is God's desire for us. So join me on this journey as we go through different phases of self-discovery, as well as share different principles that you can start acting upon and build your life upon according to the standards of God's word, of course, and taking time to research on what other people have been able to accomplish in order for us to be able to help ourselves get to that place. So of late, we have been on a journey of self-discovery. And currently we are on a different phase of self-discovery, of which the whole purpose of why I want to make this video is to more like highlight the next phase of our self-discovery. So after you have determined your destination and you know what it takes to get you to where you want to be, you have to be able to set goals, and those goals are supposed to be SMART goals. However, before you get to that place where you sit down and start tabulating the different goals that you want to attain, I choose to believe that you are at a place in your self-discovery journey where you know what you want. So many of us know what we want. We kind of have an understanding and we've become clear of what we want. However, we do not know the cost of what we want to attain. We know what we want, but we have not gained the clarity of exactly what we need to put in place in order for us to be able to attain those goals, those dreams, and those visions that we want to achieve. So there's a scripture that I want to read that I'm going to focus this video on. It's coming from the book of Luke chapter 14 verse 28 to 30. It says, is there anyone here who planning to build a new house doesn't sit first down, figure the cost, so you will know if you can complete it? If you only get the foundation laid and run out of money, you are going to look pretty foolish. Everyone passing by will poke fun at you. He started something he could not finish. And basically, the truth is that many of us are actually in that phase. We tend to start something, but we leave it halfway. We tend to go a certain reach at a certain point in our lives, and then we kind of do not know how to continue. Why? Because we did not sit down to count the costs of what it would take us to get to where we want to be. And many of us look like we're not making progress with our lives. We look like we're not sometimes people may think like we are not so determined, or we do not know what we're doing because we did not sit down to actually evaluate and count the costs. So the whole purpose of goal setting is to enable you have an understanding of what is going to cost you to get to the destination that you want with your life. The whole purpose of you sitting down and writing down your goals is to help you become clear on the costs. On the costs that you have to, or let me just say the prices you have to pay to get to where you want to go. So even as you sit down to write your goals, it's not a matter of saying, okay, I want to, let's say you want to probably start a business, or you want, okay, yes, let me say you want to start a business, become one of the most recognized businesses in the world, probably distributing foodstuffs or anything that you can think of, and you want to be one of the well-known businesses in the country, or a manufacturing country that is going, I mean, a manufacturing company that is going to be producing a lot of foodstuffs and giving to people that will be buying at the retail price or wholesale. So you have that big goal, and it's a great goal. It's possible for you to be able to attain it. But if you do not sit down to count your costs of what it's going to cost you to get to that place of becoming a business that sells your products maybe worldwide, what is going to happen is that you're going to start and you reach a point where you're not going to be able to grow or expand because you didn't count the cost. So counting the cost is not just about you sitting down and saying, okay, so I want to become a manufacturer of these products, and the only things you focus on are the products, where you want the company to be located. No, the thing is that you have to sit down and break it down, where you have to look at it in all angles. You need to look at human resource, you need to look at leadership, you need to look at the products, you need to look at sales and marketing, advertising. You need to build a system around yourself, bring people in your circles that are going to help you grow that business to a point where it is producing products that are benefiting people worldwide. So this vision that you have, for example, is not going to be something that you will be able to do on your own. You have to invite or bring in people that are qualified in areas where you are not qualified, to actually get you to that place where you can actually service your products or sell your products at a national level. So you need to sit down, look at the risks. You also have to look at the benefits. You need to learn how to manage people. You need to learn how to manage your clients. You need to know how to do massive production. You need to know how to grow a business from. You need to understand the different phases that business is going to go through and how you're going to handle it. You need to know at what point you need to bring in people, and how you're going to manage your employees. So it is a broad thing. So the whole reason why I'm giving this example is to make you become clear, because counting the cost is not just on the advantage side, or where you just look at the good things. You also have to look at some of the risks that are going to come in place, because certain times we tend to make goals, and in our mind it is so perfect to a point where we don't even think like anything can go wrong. Like the path seems so smooth in our minds, but then the moment that we start acting on those goals, the first time a challenge comes or a hurdle comes, you tend to give up. Why? Because you did not foresee those risks. So even as you sit down and you are writing down your goals, I need you to count your costs. You need to know what it is going to take you to get to where you want to be. And there was a part that I shared in our previous video to say it is important for you to have mentors, have people that actually have been where you want to be. So even as you sit down to write your goals, depending on what your goal is, you have to be able to identify people in your space or people around you that have been able to attain what you want to attain. Evaluate, look at their lives, try and study them. If you have got a chance to interact with them personally, you can take time to sit down and ask them what it takes to get to where they are. You understand that it is not as easy as it seems, because most of the times when we see people that are great, that are doing great exploits, we just think that they just woke up one day and they just became great, which doesn't actually happen. It took time. Some of them were so quiet in the years when they had begun those companies, and then at a point where they are right now, where we are seeing them, we're just like, oh my god, where did these people come from? We didn't hear about them, we didn't hear about what they were doing. No, they actually did a lot of work in the background that many of us do not have an idea about. They counted their cost, and before they could come out so publicly to a point where people know them, They had to take certain steps. They had to count their costs. They set their goals effectively, and they reached a point where now the results started to speak for them. It was no longer them now speaking for themselves, but the results that they had attained because they were diligent enough to count the cost and go through the process that got them to where they are. The results were so vivid that each and every other person was able to see it. We are able to see it. So even as you are on this self discovery journey, I want you to understand that you need to count your cost. The Bible has emphasized it, and it is very cardinal for us to be able to count the costs. It is in every aspect of your life, not just your finances, not just your business, not just your career. Whatever dreams you have, whatever goals you have for your friendships, for your relationships, for your health, for your mindset, take time to actually count the cost, because where you are and where you want to be is just not going to happen at the split of a second. No, it will take you putting in the work. It will take you understanding where you are and what it will take to get you to where you are in order for you to get there. And the purpose of also understanding what is going to cost you is that you'll be able to prepare yourself. You'll be able to prepare yourself mentally. You'll be able to prepare yourself financially. You'll be able to prepare yourself emotionally and spiritually, and every other way. You'll be able to prepare yourself because you have an idea of what it's going to cost you, and you will know, if at this point you will know how much work you need to put in yourself to get yourself to where you want to be. So be intentional about discovering yourself. Be intentional about counting the cost of where you want to be. Don't just be a person who sits down and dreams to say, oh, I'm gonna be great. Greatness is, everybody wants to be great, but not everybody is willing to put in the work that they need to put in to get to that place of greatness. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Until next time, I would like to encourage you, please like, share, comment. The more that you like our videos, the more that you comment and engage with me, the more YouTube recommends this video to other people that are going to benefit from it. So I would love to encourage you to like, comments, anything that stood out the most for you. Please feel free and comment any questions that you have, any topics that you would want me to cover on. Please take time to actually comment in the comment section below, and we'll see how we'll be able to attend it. So thank you so much. Until next time when I'll be able to make this video, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. Invite your family and friends as well to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.